Alright, what's going on, my fellow YouTubers and my fellow subscribers? I'm going to be playing the preseason week 2 Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. If you guys did see this on my channel before, I have to play it again because somehow, some crazy way, it deleted itself. So, if for those who don't know, I am a Bears fan, so I'm going to play with the Chicago Bears. I did sign.
Yo, it's me, Reaper.
What's up, my friend Reaper? I did sign the Dez Bryant to my team because I can do that, and because one, he's a free agent. Now, if Dez Bryant was signed to a team in real life, I would not be making a trade for him. But since he's a free agent, I signed him without it being no issue. Okay, this is just my team. So Dez Bryant is one of my wide receivers with Allen Robinson and so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's how this is going to go. How you guys doing? Drinking myself a cup of black coffee because I gotta, wake myself up in the morning. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning here. A little past 9. And waiting for this game to load up, and let's get this preseason week 2 gameplay. I did win 7-6 at the Bengals in the rain. It was a close game. I still gotta practice learning how to pass more.
I'm on my bed.
You're on your bed? That's a little bit too much information that I did not need to know, okay? Okay? Just a little bit too much information. Just joking.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, second-year man Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears as his guys get set to take on Case Keenum and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Hopefully my mic comes out clear.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film
pretty early in the morning,
out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film would be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this would be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
And not only that, I mean, when you're broadcasting live, you're all over the world, so different time zones for different people.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
All right.
Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
I like the stream.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
And while we always talk about quarterbacks,
I mean, I'm not going to play the online head-to-head until the accessibility features
to me, the next big step for Mitchell Trubisky is simply experience.
On there.
Just 13 starts.
I mean, I held my own. I only lost by 7, but
a full-time starter. It's just going to be
a little difficult without the
repetition, and especially
accessibility features on the game.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This is only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Still got to learn passing. So we're going to go. Play action. Hot route.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that's my fault.
Todd Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight.
You know, I know Denver's going to blitz. I gotta get that pass out faster.
For him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
All right, I'm going to try play action again.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky.
That rush is...
And he goes down once more.
That rush is deep and for real.
In there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
We've watched this a long time, and I still
this is exhibition, my friends. I gotta better learn this before the season starts.
Right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Carlos Henderson is deep for Denver. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. It'll be Case Keenum leading the charge, making his first start in a Bronco uniform here in this one.
And at the 2018 draft, when the Broncos number came up at 5, plenty of chatter that they might take a quarterback right there. Remember, Josh Allen was still on the board. Josh Rosen was still on the board. But the Broncos made a commitment to Case Keenum in free agency, and they're living up to it. Did not take a quarterback in that slot. Going to ride with their new number 4, Case Keenum.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Go.
Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And
Prince Amukamara, baby.
Will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot.
Gonna run the ball a little bit.
Run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He be rolling down the street, he be rolling to the beach.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Gonna have to slow this defense down a little bit. We're gonna have to run the ball, boys.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
I know we're still playing 11 on 11 in the NFL, but Chris Harris's ability to move into the slot and be a nickel corner makes me think we should have 12 guys listed on depth charts all the time, because he goes in there and takes away the quick, small receivers, the tall, rangy receivers, and sometimes if tight ends move in there, he can cover them as well with his strength.
I think this is a post. post pass, let's say.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the
let's
booth
go
because
for
with
it.
all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
We're going to go for it. It's preseason. It's exhibition.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here.
You must believe in
Definitely the last thing you
yourself.
want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Jordan Howard better not be injured, bro. Still running the ball here.
Now Cohen, and he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I mean, this defense, this Denver defense is no joke.
There wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He gets it to Sims, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
You got to play the middle of the field. I'm going to have to throw to the tight end a little bit more.
Nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
I'm going to work the middle of the field because trying to throw to my wide receivers right now is not working.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Right, we're going to try play action right here again. Change it. I'm going to try throwing it to the square, see what happens.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson from 17 yards out. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Nice pass. To Allen Robinson.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And his kick is no good.
Oh, wow.
Auspicious start here kicking-wise.
Okay, so we're going to just pretend like I can't make an extra point. Okay. I mean, I understand we're in Mile High, but all right.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver
if you guys are watching this now or later, feel free to
last time
subscribe,
wasn't
my
pretty.
friends.
One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Let's talk about the starting lineup offensively for the Denver Broncos, and let's talk about Devontae Booker.
I always described him as a guy who ate carries in college, meaning just keep handing it to him, and he got better as the game went on. Had a knee injury his last year at Utah, comes in a little bit older than your average back, but boys, he's skilled and talented. And he emulates Emmitt Smith in one way. Loves to keep the ball in his left hand at all times.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yeah, I gotta do some research in my fantasy league coming up this week.
First carry from Devontae Booker. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass
fantasy
when they
is
see
around
that
the corner, my
defensively, right?
friends.
But you know, in today's NFL,
those who play fantasy
most of the time
football,
on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
I'm in 3 leagues. Got one coming up this weekend and 2 in September. Can't wait for that. That's going to be fun.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. This is taken to the 15. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's slow down this defense.
I still want Paqueta's gold card.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Again to Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Holding its own.
Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And Denver's defense is no joke today, boys. I'm only up 7. I don't know about their offense.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
All right, let's go with defense. Cycling with circle.
On play action, it's Keenum. And that's the first NFL catch for Cortland Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
All right, then moving the ball a little bit. That'd be kind of cool when they can have the narration speak out the defensive cycling.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Like, it would be cool to know, like, if the computer went 3 wide or 4 wide or I formation, then I kind of have an idea of what defense I should play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
But for right now, you got to go with the coach.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
With the coach.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long, it's Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Couple injuries so far. If you guys hear those 2 people in the background, those are my boys. Normally I turn my mic off, but they're not being very loud. They're just playing on the phone.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
So it's okay. All right, defense.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Decent first quarter. Couple interceptions they threw.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter down. 6-0 is our score. Charles and I back to Denver after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They go with Howard again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun, Keenum.
How's your day going?
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Okay.
Aaron Lynch, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
All right, a lot of chatter. How's your morning, my friend?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say,
I'm going to do something
from
now.
long distance.
All right.
They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. Touchdown, Chicago! Dez Bryant, 53 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Parkey for the extra point. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
All right. Going to go for 2.
So the offensive unit called the TO. And now we are ready to resume play. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Hey, 4 down. Stop! 180! Blue. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Blue. Alert! Back to you.
Trubisky will throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
Take a shot, take a shot.
And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On first down, they run with Howard. Good footwork at the 30. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. This time the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Second down, here's Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he's got Hireman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From midfield, here's Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Play action. It's Keenum. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
From the red zone now, Keenum. Caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Hi, sightless player.
Throwing
How are you? Are you winning?
He'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
What's going on, my friend?
Danny Trevathan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm doing okay. Gonna get my second cup of coffee.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This one from 35 yards away. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all
How
that
are
being
you
said,
streaming and
everything
avoiding
is
the
really
choppy
working well
audio?
for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's
Hold on, let me
been
pause
terrific.
it.
And
Who is... Hold on, I don't have my phone on me because my boys have it. What is going on, Nick? My guy. How am I not avoiding the choppy audio? Because I'm not streaming it through my computer. One, I don't have an Xbox. I'm using my PlayStation. And two, I have my Wi-Fi and my internet connected through the PlayStation. So if the Wi-Fi goes out, the internet is routed into the system, so it doesn't lose.
And legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
I don't lose. It doesn't go choppy on me.
You see it? You see it? Alert, 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 alert!
And I think that happens when you mirror from your Xbox to the computer.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So, if you're going to broadcast to your Xbox, maybe just broadcast it through your headphones with the controller, and don't mirror the gameplay from the Xbox to the computer, because it gets choppy.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
I'm gonna run the ball.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind.
The thing is, we have high-speed internet. You would think that it would compensate for the computer streaming.
You would think so, but my best, if you want to...
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
You could continue doing it that way, but if it's getting choppy on you, it's just best to stream through the system.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
All right. It's best to stream it through your system and your control with the headphones.
Good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
I mean, for once you get the better audio, so when you watch it back, your mic sounds very clear.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
And the audio's clear. You know, you could hear everything, even if you play back later on when you watch your broadcast.
The defense back out onto the field.
Do you know anything about streaming with the Xbox One X?
No, because I don't have an Xbox One
X. As he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
I mean, I know that people can mirror their streams from the Xbox to the computer, but as far as that, I have no idea. I don't have an Xbox.
was a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the focus of our players' spotlight right now is shining on Case Keenum. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
All right, we get to halftime. I'm going to get myself a couple copies. I'll pause it.
First down, it's Keenum. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. From the gun, it's Keenum. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on third down, Keenum. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down. On first and 10, here's Keenum. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Keenum will try again on second down. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. To the air again, Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
I will look it up. I won't be able to use it for a while because I will be at college for my first semester.
That's cool, man.
So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Keenum. And this is incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. And he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
No coach or team's
ever
happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Jordan Howard and the Bears offense making their way back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now Howard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on
I
first
once
down.
fumbled
That
like
fits the
3
bill.
times and still won the game.
This gameplay is more realistic than 2018. You gotta like really run the ball and tire out the defense to try to break up big guard.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, let me go get myself a cup of coffee, my friends. So I'll be back in about a minute.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something
I personally don't drink
more
coffee,
important
but
than it
how do
actually
you
is,
like
right? I don't
yours?
want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I drink my coffee with cream and sugar.
To change momentum. Big play right in his hands.
Extra cream, less sugar.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense at that fell.
But currently, I do not have creamer, so I'm drinking black coffee with sugar. Not a lot, but just a little bit of sugar.
Green 39! Green 39!
Second and 10. It's Lynch again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
I like the fact that they put the auto subs in, which is pretty good. You don't have to do it
the Broncos
yourself
on
manually.
Third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
And then I put it where I could simulate the training camp where I don't have to do it manually, it's just automatic.
Gun, Lynch. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Marquette King now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
I love hot chocolate with creamers. It's the best drink other than Coke and frozen hot chocolate from Dunkin'.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble,
if I go Dunkin' Donuts, I like their...
He loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
A tone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep
I like frozen coffee when I go with Dunkin' Donuts.
The Bears
especially
in
when
good
it's
field position to start out 1st and 10.
Especially on those hot days. Nice cold coffee. Iced coffee is pretty good.
First touch of the game here.
Run.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Can you tell me if my mic is coming out clear? I'm not on my phone, so I'm not able to tell if it is or not. I just don't want that feedback.
Green 39! Green 39! Philly, here we go! Leopard!
This is Cohen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I love the glazed donuts.
I'm a jelly donut man myself.
Now a look at the backup, Daniel. And fighting down inside the 25. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
See, it's weird. I can never do this with Trubisky.
I like the jelly donuts from Shoppers.
Is that a grocery store?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Yes, they don't have Shoppers in your state. It's me, Reaper, and I'm back.
On second down, Daniel. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
All right, we're going to run the ball. We should get the first down here.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
When the regular season starts, I have to get real much better at converting my third downs and passing the ball.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Switch it.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
All right, here we go. Green,
it's my fault.
Second down, here's Daniel. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
It's not catching the ball. Right there for you.
Less ground to cover. You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Here we go now.
Right, we're going to just run the ball here.
Check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
All right, normally I would go for it here, but I'm just going to go for just take the kick, take the 3 points.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Should be a nice chip shot right here.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where
And of course I missed it.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
See, I'm not sure right there. Did I have to like move the kick meter a little bit?
Of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Lynch will lead up the Broncos here with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
No, check, Patriot!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. And this will be incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver.
I guess you are already in the lead, so it does not matter if you get 3 or 6 points.
But as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Probably not, as far as exhibition-wise, but...
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be
it was a cheap field goal. I should be able to hit it. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong with the meter. It's a 20-yard field goal.
Now, Lynch.
Ah.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski, and he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
There's a lot of injuries happening in this game. So far, I have 3 Bears injured, 2 Broncos are injured.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
All right, we'll just run it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
All right, I'm going to try this again. Try to pass it to my tight end.
Here's Daniel now on 2nd down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Deion Sims from 3 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away.
Is that your touchdown?
Yeah, to the offense.
Take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any.
Kind of cool how you play with the backup still, you know?
Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check. Patriot.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Lynch now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Chase Daniel and the offense heading back onto the field. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Set! Blue landing! Blue landing! Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw on second down. Daniel. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
3-19! Watching that, Barney! Leopard!
On third down. That's Cunningham. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't, and this one looks like you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, now let's go. Now look at this.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Lynch. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll run with D'Angelo Henderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lynch. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
No. Check, Patriot.
From the gun, Lynch. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's enough.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney. No. Check, Patriot. Left
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
They go play action with Daniel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
This college stuff is crazy. You have to contact all these people. Fortunately, everyone is very nice.
And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
After the interception, here's Lynch. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Boy, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle is made by Clinton McDonald. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Bears on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
We got 3 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Throwing now, Daniel. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing. Gun. Blue, landing. Leopard.
Daniel going to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
From the gun, here's Daniel fighting through. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Deion Sims ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears will extend their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lynch on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Set. Green, 39.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.